Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Well, activities in the world of sport is here again. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We took you around the world of sports concerning Super Falcons yesterday about the incident that happened to them while they were flying back to Nigeria at the airport. We'll be looking at that first, Super Falcons airport incident. Unfortunate, according to the Nigerian Football Federation. They actually came up with a statement by saying, well, it's an unfortunate incident concerning that. Let's look at the incident, the statement coming from the Nigerian Football Federation before we look at the video again. But the statement issued by the NFF, what the Nigerian Football Federation has described as unfortunate the incident that saw players and officials of the senior women national team, Super Falcons, delayed for over 3 hours at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on arrival on Thursday morning. Well, to cut down, straight down, is the issue had to do with COVID-19 protocols, and we had no control over how things would be approached by the official in charge at the airport each time. In this particular case, we fulfilled our part of the requirement. However, some other group of individuals arrived at the same time as the Super Falcons contingent and were bent on circumventing the process. And this compelled the health officials to adopt stand measures and even lock up some of their offices. That will be the place I will be looking at. If some people arrived at the same time as the Super Falcon contingent, well, we know this is Super Falcon. Can't we treat the Super Falcon with some civility? That's the topic we are looking at right now. Joining me in the studio is Olawale Peters. Good to have you on the show. Good
morning, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be here. The first question I think we should ask ourselves is if it's the Super Eagles, will this situation have happened? Will they treat the Super Eagles the same way the Super Falcons have been embarrassed yesterday? Sincerely, even the statement from the NFF, I'm disappointed. This shouldn't be a statement coming from the NFF. Didn't they have a protocol officer that's supposed to be in charge of NFF, that's supposed to arrange all their itinerary, taking off, flying, coming in and coming out? Are they not supposed to have done what they are expected to do? The Super Falcons, I'm talking about the most successful national team in the history of this country. They've won Nations Cup for us 9 good times. Super Eagles have not done that. They've gotten to the quarterfinal of the World Cup in 1999 in USA. Super Eagles have not done that. So is this the best way to treat your champion, your queen, your hero that went through? We knew what they went through in Abidjan before they qualified. In fact, yesterday, we're supposed to all be there to welcome them back for making the country proud, not the way they are being treated and the statement that they are trying to circumvent the process.
Some people came.
Why would some people came in to get? Are they not supposed to go with their own chartered flights?
My point is even that, okay, I agree, some people came in trying to circumvent the process. But you know that you can separate the people and the Super Falcons and give them that special treatment. At least work, even for that moment of qualifying for Nigeria against all odds for the Nations Cup. Then can't you separate the Super Falcons? Are they wearing blue? Are they wearing yellow? Are they not wearing green? At least they have names on their passport. They have a document. And let's look at that NFF statement again. I want to bring out a particular... now, if you look at it, NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi says that it was an unfortunate incident because we had our protocol officers on ground. Look at this. Protocol officers were on ground at the airport, and they did the needful before the team arrived. We are a responsible organization, and the various national teams have been going out and returning to Nigerians since these COVID-19 protocols. One, why this one different? Why is this their own different? Procedures and guidelines started. We have never been caught napping. The issue had to do with, well, with all this, it was beyond us, but we have already apologized to our players and officials over this incident. Number one thing I'm actually bringing out here is other teams have been going like that, coming without no problem. Why would this happen now, when the ladies are coming back after winning, after qualifying? Why, if the protocol officer was on ground, is it that the security officers couldn't just recognize the presence of the protocol officers of the Super Falcons? Because just like you said, I said yesterday, no one will do this to Super Eagles.
You see, even the statement from the NFF they are contradicting themselves.
Yes.
So they have the protocol officer on ground doing what? You can have someone on ground doing nothing.
And nothing happened, and they were treated for good 3 years.
Now they are claiming that people have been going and coming, and some people arrive at the same time when the Super Falcons, when they too arrive. That's what caused the issue. Now, this is a question. The Super Falcons, they went for an official international assignment representing the country. It's as good as you have your ambassador or your minister travel out of the country and coming back. Will they treat them the same way the Super Falcons have been treated? No.
No.
Their statement is even being defensive. That's the truth. They are trying to absolve themselves from the fault, but the truth is they cannot absolve themselves from this fault, from this embarrassing situation. We are talking about some of the players. They are foreign-based players. Their team have seen the way they've been treated.
And also there are debutants like Ashley Plumpton and all
yes.
of that. They will be like, oh, is this the country I decided to play for? What's going to happen?
So, sincerely, it's totally shameful that it didn't even happen to them when they went to Abidjan. It happens to them when they were coming back. And they won. I don't mean they've lost the match, or we didn't qualify for the Nations Cup in Morocco. We'll have said, oh, probably because they didn't qualify. That's why they are treated like this. No.
Now, let's do something. While you are wondering what we're discussing, let's see that particular clip of how Super Falcons reacted for the fact that they were kept for 3 hours at the airport for issue of COVID-19 after winning and coming back. 24 hours test they've done. Let's look at that video. Super Falcons.
Excuse me. Okay, where are those who are causing the trouble? Where are those causing trouble? That's what we're saying. Where are those causing the trouble? He doesn't even know. Where are those? Okay. They're not causing trouble. Please open. Excuse me.
We came in peace. They should let us go.
No, we came back. We arrived at 12:30 from Ivory Coast, and this is 4 a.m. We're stuck in here, locked inside. We don't know what's happening. Someone should talk to us. Someone should just talk to us. Please. This is a Super Falcons. This is a national team. We're stuck in here for no reason. They're not letting us go out.
Look at what they are doing at the airport. After wasting time, they asked us to pay money. Why should we give them money? They should be happy we won the match.
After holding us for 5 hours because of COVID, now they're locked everywhere. Like, who does that? We are so angry. We need some answers, please.
Yeah, it's just very, very frustrating. We had a 2-hour flight from the Ivory Coast to return, and we've already been in this room for almost 2.5 hours. Very frustrating to come back home and have our players have to go through this nonsense on all these COVID tests, which we've already taken multiple times to play the game and leave. So I don't really understand it, but it's very, very frustrating.
Well, Super Falcons coach Randy Waldrum talking about the treatment meant to them by, well, the officials of CNSC, DC, or whatever it is. But someone asked a question. Who are the contingent that arrived that want to circumvent the NCDC protocol or whatever it is at the airport for COVID-19, that they will not be able to separate them from Super Falcons?
Okay, I think the best that we can do, and what I mean by we can do, is we, Nigerians, is to continue asking questions the same way they said they are asking questions, nobody's responding to them. Who are the contingent that arrived at that time? Then who are those people that demanded that they should pay money? Because the NFF statement didn't address
that issue. If you look at that woman, the head of the women's football actually spoke in Hausa, but at least we transcribed it. She was saying they asked them money. If you take it to the front now, you can see that she was saying they asked them to pay money.
So the question is, who asked them, who demanded that they should, are they coming on individual basis? They went on national, the NFF for federal government property, NCDC, federal government property. We're not asking an individual to pay for, come on, this needs to be investigated, question needs to be asked, and the NFF, they should come out and name those contingents that are trying to circumvent the process. And they should be sanctioned also, if that is the truth. What they should come out and do is to, you can't treat a queen like this.
They should have issued what I expected NFF to do. Yeah, they said they have apologized today, but why don't you make it national? Why don't you make it open? The apologies that, okay, we are very sorry for this, although they said they have done it to the official and the players. Now, I saw a particular post where the Minister of Sport was actually saying that incident must be probed. And I really wish and I hope it will be probed, because those contingent that try to circumvent the COVID-19 protocols cause, according to the way it is now, make it look at like, okay, they are the one that caused it. But we are not looking at, okay, if they caused it, why didn't the officials treat those ladies with enough civility by saying, okay, we understand some people are trying to use the advantage of you being at the airport, but we are going to separate you guys. Super Falcons and the entire country, please move this side. Then you can treat them specially. Why allowing everything to be clumsy?
It's all about communication. That's the truth. Like about 2 or 3 of them said, nobody is talking to us. They are asking questions. So did any of the NCDC or airport officials discuss or explain to them the reason why this has happened? And why did that take over 3 to 4 hours before the issue? It's very embarrassing. There's no excuse, there's no 2 ways to hit. Like I said earlier on, we're talking about the Super Falcons, we're talking about the queen of the Super Falcons.
In fact, of Africa.
Of Africa. So they shouldn't be treated this way. Other African countries will be looking at this video clip.
Very embarrassing.
And they'll be looking at, oh, is this the best way to treat They are heroes.
I can imagine what countries, maybe United Kingdom, England now will tell people like Ashley Plumter.
We told you to stay with us, to play for Nigeria.
The kind of shock in the presence of like Ifeoma Onomenu, who the first time, this is the second match she's playing for Nigeria, she'll be like, I've been in the US all my life, I've never been treated this way. What happened? Why am I being treated as if I'm not being recognized?
Well, our whole message is the way they are being treated is not the attitude of we Nigerians. It is the attitude of some few, very few people that they don't follow the due process. They don't believe in the process. This is not the first time they've been doing it, but probably this will be the last time because questions should be asked. And if possible, they should set up an independent panel
to get to the root
of this issue. Not from the NFF, not from the NCDC, not even from the airport officials. They should set up independent
as the minister has said, it to be probed. Let it just pick people.
You just pick people and let whatever the issue is come to light, be debated, so that this issue will stop once and for all. If care is not taken, it will be swept under the ground, and in the next 3-4 days, we won't hear anything about it. This should not go unpunished.
And really, it's embarrassing because the Super Falcons, when as we speak right now, U.S. government are already on that level of paying the national team, both men and women, the equal pay. And we are treating the ladies here. I'm not even advocating for equal pay. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about treatment. If Super Eagles should qualify for World Cup or Nations Cup or whatever it is, just assume as we are going to Ghana now to go and play now by next month, and Super Eagles are coming back and we treat them this way.
They won't treat them like that.
They won't do that to Super Eagles. Then who are those officials demanding for money from these ladies? It's embarrassing. Okay, look at it this way. Aside football, aside the Super Falcons, it's very common at the airport. Yeah. Very, very common that it has turned so habit. Officials are always want to ask you money for doing their job. They expect that you must drop a kickback, a tip for them. And that is why they did this to this lady, asking them money, not even thinking that, this thing could actually get out.
No, that's what they call it. That's one problem about impunity. Once you are used to it, you will think that you can never be caught. So that's why they will have the audacity to do what they did to the Super Falcons. And this, like we said, we'll continue saying it, we'll continue talking about it until justice is done to the Super Falcons.
And if you check the Super Eagles, I recall there was a particular incident with Wilfred Ndidi and journalists that he had to come out that it's not as if he hates journalists, it's because of some reasons. And imagine if this happened to, even the Super Eagles player won't answer them. They won't, because they will tell them, you guys can't do this to us.
They won't even try to they won't even try it with the Super Eagles. So the issue is, they should be, like you said, equal treatment. They shouldn't be treating them lesser than the recognition, the respect that they are giving to the Super Eagles. They should give it to the Super Falcons also, sincerely. It's a very sad situation.
Good one there. We're still looking at that particular incident concerning Super Falcons at the airport when they were arriving Nigeria after qualifying for the Nations Cup. It was an Herculean task for them. They were able to win away against Cote d'Ivoire in their own country by a lone goal, adding to the 2 goals they scored at the MK Abiola Stadium to make it 3-0 aggregate, and they qualified Nigeria for the Nations Cup. Against all odds, whatever it is, they were able to do that, and with that joy and happiness, decided to fly down back to Nigeria, and they met this particular incident at the airport where they were being, well, as it is, we just hope that this will not happen again, and we just have to appreciate the fact that these ladies deserve a lot of respect from officials, either the airport officials or NCDC, whoever it is. Remember, these guys they are really heroes for what they've done. It's not easy to do sport. Well, we'll leave that particular incident aside. We continue to pursue it, whatever happens. We're waiting for the Minister of Youth and Sport. He said that they will be probing that particular incident. Let's see what happened concerning that probe panel, what happened concerning how it went down at the Nnamdi Azikiwe airport there. Now, let's move away from that story as we go quickly to see a match that was played yesterday. Arsenal, they were able to win their game against Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1. You just have to look at what they did. Winning that game expectedly, where you were thinking maybe Wolves were able to pull something wonderful. Arsenal now, they close the gap against Manchester United.
I love the resilience of Arsenal team yesterday. I love their commitment yesterday. I love their determination yesterday. They play like the real Arsenal we used to know. 1-0 down, and they came back behind Wolves, who they have a very fantastic record when it comes to defending goals. I think they are second before the match yesterday against Manchester City that have conceded 17 goals. They conceded only 18 before yesterday match, and they conceded 2 from Arsenal. It's a very good one. It shows that the Arsenal, they want to launch themselves back into top 4, into Europe. The last time they played in Europe Champions League was in 2016. So this time around, and I don't think they have any excuse not to qualify. Looking at their performance, currently now they are 45 points, just a point behind Manchester United, who is having 46, and they have 2 outstanding games to play. If they can continue like this and win their next 2 matches, so the top 4 will be very, very, very competitive. And Arsenal, they don't have anything to distract them. They're not playing FA, they're not playing Carabao Cup, they're not playing Champions Cup, fully. Only EPL fully. So I don't think they have any excuse not to get to the top 4 by the end of the season. Just Premiership, nothing distracting you, no midweek, nothing. The next time they are going to play, apart from yesterday, it's going to be in the next 7 days. So they have enough time to rest, to train, and to plan their tactics. So it's a very good one for Arsenal. I
saw Roy Keane was saying, okay, that Manchester United, they should not, rather Arsenal are really closing the gap, and they want to upstage Man United, because if out of the 2 games, if they are able to win 1, they actually upstage Man U from that top 4. And there is every guarantee that they might want to play a draw in the second one or win. That would be, for him, he said he cannot stand seeing Man United dropping and Arsenal taking that particular place. You know Roy Keane as one of the stars of Manchester.
Okay, I'm sure he was alive in 2016-17 that Manchester United did not qualify for the Champions League, and they have to go and play at Europa. So you shouldn't say that he cannot stand. He will stand it if it happens. What do I mean? Now, I don't think it is over yet. As at December, even beginning of the season, around August, September, October, we all thought Chelsea, they're going to win the league. It's their game to lose. Around November, December, we saw what happened with Manchester City. We said, oh, they are running away with the trophy. Look at what happened now. Liverpool, they've closed the gap to 3 points. So that shows that the first, second position is probably between Liverpool and Manchester City, 57 and 60 points, while we have Chelsea with 50 points. So that's 10 goals different between Chelsea and Liverpool. That may be difficult for now. But looking at Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham, West Ham, those 4 teams, whoever is going to qualify will have to sweat it out till the end of the season. But Arsenal, they have what it takes. What do I mean? They are not playing any Intercontinental Cup. They are not playing any Midweek Cup, just Premiership. So it's their game to really, really lose.
Good one. Looking at Arsenal against Wolverhampton and their chance in the English Premier League. We move away from Premier League and talk about the Europa League result that happened yesterday. Well, a good one for Barcelona. If we check that result out now quickly, we look at Dinamo Zagreb. They won against Sevilla, but they lost 3-2 on aggregate. Atalanta, it was a 3-0 spanking of Olympiacos, 5-1 aggregate. Real Sociedad also did well by getting it done. They won 3-1, 5-3 on aggregate. And you have to look at Barcelona. Barcelona did well. They won their game against, right now they've qualified against Napoli. Well, as we're actually looking at the result there, I love the fact that Barcelona fans, they were able to make their fans happy, because a lot of people were like, will Napoli drop us? Will they defeat us after playing 1-0 draw in the first leg? What's going to happen now? But they were able to answer them.
Okay, a very good one for the Barcelona team, and a very good thing for their fans also to smile about. It has been very long, you see a Barcelona fan smiling, but yesterday they are all over the places smiling. What do I mean? Xavi has already rejuvenated the team. Since he came in November last year, he has played 18 matches for Barcelona, and he has won 9. He drew 5 and he lost 4. So winning against Napoli with four goals, this is going to be the first time Napoli will be conceding four good goals. They have the best defensive record in Serie A. So for Barcelona to come there and score 4 good goals, I think they've already announced themselves. So it's a part of the process. And if you look at the ball, if you look at the game also, it's not about scoring 4 goals. They play a fantastic football yesterday. Aubameyang, I was happy for him yesterday. We are now seeing the Aubameyang we used to know, Borussia Dortmund, and when it came to Arsenal, newly 2 matches, 4 goals. What else do you expect? Then also Adama Traore, also we saw his own impact both the first leg and the second leg. So the Barcelona team, they are taking shape. So if they continue like this, I think in the next 1 or 2 years, probably we'll start seeing Barcelona trying to dominate the Europe the way they used to do it. A very good one for them yesterday.
A good one for Barcelona, winning on Gagwe 5-3. They were able to dislodge Napoli when expectations were so high for Victor Osimhen's team. Well, the draw for a round of 16 in the Europa Cup will be done today. Let's see the teams that qualifies and to play who and who. I will bring you more concerning that. We've been talking sport with Olawale Peters. It's been a wonderful time on 360 Sport. It's good to have you, but that's why Falcons story. Seriously, I really want that. I wish and I pray that they will get to the root of this particular matter.
It broke my heart yesterday to see the way they were humiliated yesterday. It's seriously
total humiliation.
It's total humiliation.
Khalid was crying.
In fact, we should stop using the word they delayed them. We should stop using the adjective delayed. We should replace it with they were humiliated
or maltreated.
Maltreated. We should use that, not that they were delayed. That's not delay. That's humiliation or maltreated.
Total maltreatment coming to the Nigeria Super Falcons there. We've been following that story. Well, we continue to follow it and see what's going to happen. Hopefully, that pro panel will be set up. Let's see what happened concerning that. Well, as I said earlier, Olawale Peter has been with me, and I really appreciate your time. Well, it's time to go now. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching. Well.